Okay. No Orion for Faker. Probably his most dominant champion on this patch, especially in lane. He's been really difficult to play against. No Lucian, no Senna, no Karma. Interesting they don't want to first pick Karma, so they're trying to draw probably an Azir here. But they're going to take Ashe because it's Keria and Gumayushi, and that has been left up. And Varus is up right now. Are they going to take Varus? Azir?
If you've already got Varus, especially...
Okay, Sejuani. That's... Okay, so Lucid has been a very good Sejuani player, and Lucid has preferred Sejuani and Rel, and he's been best on team fighting tanks. So they probably assume that if they don't take Sejuani, it's going to be banned out here or here. That would be a very common thing to do, so they want to secure that. But you got to feel like this is just going to be Kalista Azir. Interesting. All right, this is a very different draft strategy than we saw from T1 before the break. Because, like, Corki's still up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they take Pyke? Okay, so they're taking Hook champions into Kalista Ashe. Okay. Kellen, not a Pyke player. I actually don't know if Kellen has ever played Pyke. Has he ever played Pyke? He's played 3 games of Pyke in his entire career. When were they, though? Played 2 last year. Okay, I guess he did play 2 Pyke games last year. I don't recall them off the top of my head. But yeah, definitely not a Pyke player.
And they have to be, like, sending someone home at all.
Really strange, actually. Really strange from both sides. So T1 has typically preferred to have Faker do some super early picks, right? And then they just play around him. And his picks have been Ori, Nico, Azir, and Corki. So I guess they don't because they think he has 2 picks up. Rel is banned because that's been one of Owner's big champions this year.
Unplayable.
And also at Worlds, obviously.
Yeah. Very early on to do so.
Talia. So there's a Corki. So they're just going to take Azir here? Well, like, here's what I don't understand, guys. If you're going to do this, if you're going to ban 3 of Faker's champions, why aren't you picking Azir? So first off, my first question is, why do we have to take Pyke third? Why is Pyke here? You can't possibly be worried that they're going to ban Pyke in these 2 bans, right? So why not just take the Azir? If you're going to ban this, and you're going to ban this, and you're going to ban this, then why just please take Azir? Like, Faker has, what, won a Callie game?
And yeah. It would mean that the Azir...
Like, look at this. He has a Talia game, Azir games. I guess he's 1-3 on the Azir. Nico, Corki, and Orianna. But I think his Talia game is in this series, right? Well, I don't even know what he plays in this series. Azir and Ori. No. Okay, so he played Talia versus Brienne. That's right. So he plays Azir, Orianna.
Becomes a lot less strong. We have seen. Nar, he goes. We don't necessarily.
Poppy Azir. I mean, this is just how it goes. I don't like Dplus's draft. I don't like Dplus's draft. First off, I know you want to get Lucid onto a comfort pick, but you need Sejuani to actually have synergy with one of your lanes. And if you see Kalista, like, first off, you do not have to pick Sejuani, right? So you go ahead and they take Ashe, then you take Varus Sejuani. No. Like, you take Varus Azir here. You take Varus Azir, then they pick Kalista Cassante, and then this should be Poppy. When you see this composition, you take the Poppy. Right? I don't like this sequence of drafts. Like, I understand that they're doing it because Lucid is very good at Sejuani, but it's so egregious, I think, to pick the Sejuani this early because you don't have a lot of synergy. Okay, so they want the Azir with the Sejuani into, or they want the Akali with the Sejuani into Azir. That's a strategy, I guess, guys. I mean, Gnar has been used effectively against Cassante by certain players.
Utilize the Azir wall for Poppy to get as much burst out as possible.
But it just feels super weird because now you're playing Akali into Poppy when you could have the Poppy. Right? You could have the Poppy into Kalista, but instead they get the Poppy into Akali and Gnar and Sejuani. So, like, a Poppy's value is just incredible. It's so weird, guys. It's so... The draft is so weird. And then Maokai's just not in this draft. Why? Why? I really dislike Dplus's draft order. See, here's Owner. He's a Witcher.
Lucid and Showmaker having a decent 2v2, particularly post-6, I think is absolutely essential for DK, because in any game where they've looked good, it's basically been through Showmaker specifically. This mega swingy one way or another. I mean, I say it's a
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 1. T1.
They wanted to deny the Sejuani.
Dplus grouping up towards the bottom side. I think this might be a
I think they wanted comfort for Lucid. That's what I think.
This game because another thing that we
What are we denying the Sejuani for?
They have to focus on bottom lane, right?
No reason. I mean, Lucid can play Rel as well.
When does he ever go to the top side of the map as Poppy? Like never?
No, I don't think he should.
Like, I don't think that Owner is like so much different as a Sejuani player than some of his other picks. Like, Owner's better champions are like Rel, Poppy, and those have been his preferences this split, right? Rel, Poppy, Jarvan, Lee Sin. He literally hasn't played a Sejuani game. He played a lot of Sejuani last year when Sejuani was popular, but it hasn't been a priority. Like, if you think about who has been, like, he played 26 games of Sejuani last year, but 0 this year. It hasn't been T1's MO. You know? I'm sure he can play it. I'm sure he can play it well. But it's not, like, so devastating. It's not like banning Sejuani versus Lucid or Cuz or Canyon, who have actually been the Sejuani players this year.
As mentioned, they can look, or rather DK can look for an all-in and actually try to get some lane out of that way. So yeah, that's the second thing I was talking about. We've been seeing this more and more, even with the... It originally started as a response to double support item, where you would both start Dorans and then go from there. But what this does is it means... Now
we've given double Hail of Blades 80 carry to T1's bot lane, because we gave up Ashe too. And what we got was like a Pike, a fucking Sejuani with shitty synergy. Ugh, feels bad. This is super doomed for Dplus.
On your first base, and then you'll be good to go.
Precisely what they're going to look for already. Carrier just throwing out some shots, probably looking for a level 2 Dplus, but Carrier doesn't really care.
I love level 1 Hail of Blades procs.
Kellen might need to slink into the fog of war to get some of that health back.
Very cool champion, Riot.
Now, will Owner just level 3 dive? That's the main question I'm looking towards, because Callan's trying to tank for aiming there, but not actually getting it off. Because they're not getting level 2. That's not happening.
No. Not until the minions are underneath the wave. As Faker took a little bit of a rough trade there up against Showmaker. We've seen Akali's do very well in this matchup, even earlier on. Yeah, and obviously...
Just Ronnie with one other melee on the team.
We've seen
Technically 2.
Already this year. As Owner is going to move into the enemy jungle.
3 in Mega Gnar form. D-Blade starting carry. Yeah, it's default. If you're running double 80 carries, D-Blade has been... You know, even with the Senna Nautilus lanes, we see D-Blade starts now. And then you buy support item on first back. Just because level 1s are so huge. Like level 1 all-ins in the bot lane and fighting for control over the wave is so mega at level 1 right now that it feels like having a support item right off the bat is not good.
Patient blue buff as well that is going to move back into the pit. Ono starting that one up again. I think every amount of time... Oh, there's a flash in with the wallbang from Ono. Lucid trying to ease him out of this. And he should be able to escape, but it looks like Ono has won the battle. As Faker's teleporting back. Ono is still here, going to be able to lock this one down, but Kellen...
He was hoping not to use Smite. Alright, it's a nice invade, right? It's a nice invade. They know the pathing. They see him. This is the Faker ward that we talk about all the time. That's the Faker ward. On Raptors, placed at level 1. Expires, but they know the pathing. Lucid is on Wolves. They're both level 3. They have Hawkshot. They have pressure in the bot side. It's free, even though they both have Smite up.
They don't know that he's in the brush, but they should suspect that he's coming towards this objective.
Good timing for Poppy to have Buckler up right then. Ono reacts to this super well. He doesn't even have to use Flash there. It's actually very clever positioning of the blue buff.
Oh, there's a flash in with the wallbang from Ono. Lucid trying to ease him out of
Lucid disrespects that, though.
He should be able to escape, but it looks like Ono has won the battle. As Faker's teleporting back. Ono is still here, going to be able to lock this one down, but Kellen a little bit late on this one, and Showmaker not going to be able to get in there either. So Ono able to steal away the blue buff and get himself out.
And I'd say it's... like, that could have gone way worse for DK. Because, and I think a lot of that goes towards Showmaker, who actually was able to win out early in that 1v1, which meant that T1 couldn't really push the way that I think ideally they would want. Because again, they had full bot side prio. It was really hard for Lucids to even remotely contest, and we still see Aiming and Kelling having a little bit of a tough time.
Poppy knows he's on Grump. They have Ward. They have tons of Ward. These wards going in are so huge.
As Faker's teleporting back. Owner is still here, going to be able to lock this one down, but Kellen a little bit late.
That's a great ward there. So that ward is placed by Keria right there. And they know this ward is here because they use lens on it, but he couldn't actually finish killing it, so it keeps giving vision. So they know that T1 knows. Lucid knows that Owner knows that he's on this Grump because this ward has been marked. But he doesn't know that this ward is here. So he's going to get wall banged. Oh, this is it. Oh.
So Ona going to be able to at least push him away. Does put some fear into him as now Zeus down relatively low. Good wallop, but good dash from Zeus to get himself out of the way. Kingen actually laning quite well though here in this early stage of the game. Of course, to be expected, and there's a big minion wave here as well, so should be relative parity as far as the CS. But Kingen hasn't died yet.
Your expectations
King hasn't
really
died
low, right?
yet.
Yeah. Like at least till level 6, he should definitely be okay.
Does he get that plate?
Surely. And so far, has been the case.
He didn't get the
again,
plate.
This is still a win for T1. I don't want to make it sound like DK came out victorious on that one. There's still going to be a lot of early plates here for Guma and Keria. But the worst case scenario is that either Lucid dies and loses his buffs and gets set extremely far behind right from the get-go, or bot lane gets dove, right? And if bot lane gets dove, then they're out of the game.
Oh dear, Kellen might just be dead. Has to flash. Let's get his health back here, slinking into the mist. But I don't know whether that was worth it necessarily, you know, stopping it back for a flash.
No.
Kellen might just be dead. Has to flash.
Far behind right from the get-go. Or
Kellen?
bot lane gets dove, right? And if bot lane gets
They get seen by the Callista Sentinel and the ward.
Oh dear, Kellen might just be dead. Has to flash.
All right.
Back here, slinking into the mist.
Well,
I don't know whether that was worth it necessarily.
miscommunication between jungle and bot lane. They thought jungle was coming. Jungle was seen by Callista Sentinel. Stopped to kill it. And there you go. Has to flash out.
You can win the game off that. Did you know?
I do know, yeah. We both.
Now there isn't a flash on Pike and bot lane, so they just perma lose.
Man, I can't get
was pretty impressive.
It was something else. And right now, that flash is a valuable cooldown that is going to go down. But the only one that really is struggling at the moment, and that really has been set really far behind compared to his opponent, is specifically Lucid. Kellen did get spotted on the ward here, and this is the vision coverage. Is a nice way for T1 to ensure that we don't get to see this roaming pike have too much of an impact. So Hawkshot there, just to make sure that they are aware of everything that's happening. Ideally, Lucid would just like just one.
Yep.
Just a grub, and I think he'll be able to get it.
Be able to grab that experience. We'll be able to lock that one away. You can see he's behind a couple of camps. Still here is the Sejuani. A lot of his jungle has been taken away on that bottom side. And aiming, taking some pierce damage here from Gumayushi, who also sends a bit of a rend over. Kellen spotted here on this ward as Faker and Kellen moving into the
Thank you, Zamar, for your tier 1 sub. I appreciate it.
Of how many people have been hanging around. It would be just all red in the bottom side of the map for T1.
And we're seeing as well, and this is something that I think Lucid has really struggled with. We talked about a lot, is the extra level of scrutiny that you're going to be under.
That was a dangerous one there from Faker, but Owner is
Just got home from a Broadway show. Hopefully not a musical. Those are cursed.
The extra level of scrutiny that you're going to be under.
That was a dangerous one there from Faker, but Owner is going to be here. Killer Instinct. Gonna be thrown out.
If only they had taken Poppy! Why did we give up Poppy?
And the Killer Instinct is an ability for Kai'Sa. It's not a Kali.
Dude.
Execution, but it is absolutely fine. It didn't work out here for Showmaker.
Well, it's like I said. Turns out Poppy's pretty good against the old Akali.
Didn't get the kill, and he was out. I think that he could have easily made his way out there. Maybe at worst he has to flash. Instead, tried to look for a 2v2 or a 1v1 trade rather, which I do think would be worth it if you do get it, but it's such a big risk here as, yeah, Faker going in here, I think took a big risk with that, but knowing that Owner was there felt relatively safe. And then here, yeah, Showmaker is just out. And if he flashes the wall, then maybe it's enough, but they layer the CC in a way that...
Faker playing on the edge. That was unintentional. Could have died right there.
And Faker is in time with the response that maybe he doesn't even get the kill. So really big win there for T1.
Yeah, and he was even lucky to get the damage from the perfect execution as well. Yeah. With the fact that
just a really big risk.
It's a very, very fast ability. Still, a little bit of a worry. Not the end of the world, and he still has a decent CS advantage, or at least did.
Faker was 2 HP.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 HP, Jesus. Calculated.
That is what we learned.
Just like Barrel last game.
Didn't get any stuns or anything as Kellen trying to keep his health bar high. It's not quite working out as Lethality Varus. Able to clear out this wave, that's certainly something that he is often capable of doing. As Kellen standing next to a wall, a very dangerous thing to do when there's a Poppy with flash, but the rest of his teammates are around. Lucid is going to move on over, does get the flash out from Owner there with the Glacial Prison. Nicely done. Like the fact that he does have his finger on the trigger, you know, ready to pull that one. But you can see there's already a couple of plates that have been taken here on this bottom side. That is exactly what Callista Ash says on the tin.
And right now we're looking at an almost 2 or 1.5k gold lead here for T1 very early on. Showmaker is playing very aggressively. And
Jerky's minion on the demon hours going to bed at 9 a.m.
Just trying to get the most out of this laning phase. I think it makes sense because bot lane is bleeding. No ultimate available for Lucid, and yeah, I think that I understand his attempt. He's going to try and go for a steal here.
All right, Steadfast Presence does come on over, and Lucid might have to just flash away. He is going to.
I understand his...
Well, this is like a replay of last game where Canyon just goes in by himself.
All right,
Gets fucked up. He doesn't die, though, unlike Canyon. He just has to flash out. Because we are contesting this. Why? Why are we contesting this? Why are we making this call? Remember, they have Ashe and Callista. Both are level 6. And they have Poppy. And you're going to use the blast cone to go over the wall so you can immediately get Poppy W'd. And then he has to flash over the wall. Mm-hmm. All right, good plays, bangers only.
Yeah, and if the rest of his team is there at the same time, and there's some, yeah, I think that I understand.
I mean, they don't have any pressure. They don't have any pressure in the bot side. Like, what is the point of making this play? You just lose flash for no reason.
Available for Lucid, and yeah, I think that I understand his attempt is going to.
Pike's in base.
All right, Dplus presence does come on over, and Lucid might have to just flash away. He is going.
Why are these teams so bad?
Really have to, but sometimes you just want an opportunistic.
Dplus also very fraudulent, guys.
Yeah, and if the rest of his team is there at the same time, and there's some chaos, then maybe that works. But the first time we've seen Lucid not be on the same page of the rest of his team as Kellen.
Yeah, can he find the bone skewer is the question.
Kellen getting fucking trolled on that hook, man.
So Dplus are on the board, but I think that T1 are on the board once again, unless Kellen can get himself out. And it looks
he
like
can get out.
Comes on in.
Poor Kellen.
If the rest of his team is there at the same time, and there's some chaos, then maybe that works. But the first time we've seen Lucid not be on the same page.
I mean, it's ambitious to make this play because Showmaker still doesn't have ult.
Yeah. Can he find
right? And you can just scoop him in.
the bone skewer is the question.
Just scoop him in. Okay, flash, right? Kellen's also not 6, so he doesn't have Pike ult. So it's actually just Ignite. It's just Ignite that kills him. He barely doesn't die.
Yeah, can he find the bone skewer is the question. He decides instead to throw
Faker actually unlucky on that one. Like, he probably should have died on the first one and lived on that one. But what is Dplus doing, man? Like, that is actually just such a terrible play to even try to make.
Works, but the first time we've seen Lucid not be on the same page.
Right, you have no idea who owner is. Also, where owner is, I mean. Also, you have to be worried about this. You know, Keria is very map aware, and he actually does shoot the arrow out here, and it hits Kellen, and it pushes him into the double ult from Poppy. Like, they're so lucky they didn't both die here.
Faker does burn down as well, so Dplus are on the board, but I think that T1 are on
Man.
the board once again, unless Kellen can get himself out, and it looks like he should be able to do so. Gives him a thumbs up as he exits. And the thumbs up might be aimed here towards his bottom side, because that's where T1 are really finding the most of the benefit. Is aiming down to 50%. This could be diveable. They have Fate's Call, remember.
So just waiting. Oh, gotta hit that one. Not gonna be the case, and no real opportunity is aiming!
They have Fate's Call, remember.
So just waiting. Oh,
Ah, yes, missing Chain of Corruption.
Case, and no real opportunity is aiming! Okay.
Doesn't feel like flashing, you know.
Well, sometimes your turret is safe, sometimes your turret is not as safe. Chroniclers.
Oh, gotta hit that one.
That's where T1 are really.
Also, there's not even a point to hitting Chain of Corruption here because Kalista ult is up. So, like, you need this as a deterrent against the dive, but you shoot it out, and they still have Kalista ult, right? So they didn't have to use Kalista ult to save Keria. They have Hail of Blades up. You can see it. And then they can just, literally, Keria can just walk under turret because he'll get pulled out by Kalista ult. So you can't step up. Lucid doesn't have ult. There are no ults. There is no Varus ult. There is no fucking Sejuani ult. Oh, God, these games are so ugly, guys. These games are so ugly. Not from T1. T1's playing great. But
King's doing well, Atlas.
Yeah, King's having a great game. Hyperprox coming on down here as he does manage to get the stun from the wallop. We'll send Zeus back. Zeus actually doing a decent job staying up in farm. You can see 90 to 96, but that wave might be lost.
It's like the freest, easiest tower dive of all time, though. So disrespectful from aiming.
Zeus going all out, does manage to keep himself alive and out of CC.
He just needs to back off that turret. If he hits the Varus ult, he trades for Kalista ult and doesn't die. No, he still might die, by the way. He still might die.
It's not like their composition skills poorly. We have sometimes the compositions with Kalista in particular where you basically need to win early on or there's no chance.
Yeah.
I think it can be tough to pilot into the composition for specifically Guma and Keria. given that they are playing into Pyke Akali. And I think there's still some opportunities for DK. I don't think this one is done just yet.
Ooh, Carrier could be in a lot of
Okay,
trouble
missed
here.
Sejuani ult.
Does
Great.
go
Great start.
basically nowhere.
Yep.
The arrow is going to fly through,
Yes.
though, as Lucid
Yeah.
gets himself a permafrost, but he's still tanking the turret. Faker is going to be taken down first, though, and Lucid, another cup hole. Ult does
Lucid
go
literally levels
basically
up to
nowhere.
live.
The
Look at
arrow
this.
is going to fly through, though, as Lucid
Faker
gets himself a
dying
permafrost.
levels him
He's
up
still
so he
tanking the turret.
lives.
Faker is going to be taken down first, though, and Lucid, another cup hole. Those need to be there, but the volley is blocked. And now Showmaker looks for it, doesn't find the backflip.
Carrier almost got a double kill there. If Lucid doesn't level up when Faker dies, Carrier gets a double.
DK have clearly decided we are not beating T1 by convention. We are flipping every single play. Kind of goes even in that one, I guess, as we go back to the previous one, and they are lucky that they're even able to get the kill with the ignite there, right? Because
Yes, it's so lucky they actually kill Faker there, I think.
goes over, and I really have to commend
And they're fortunate that Kellen lives through this also.
He has consistently been at the right place at the right time, reading.
This is fucking nonsense from aiming, though.
For any attempt that
It's like you gotta leave at that point in time, man.
misses, just gotta let it go. Aiming gets skewered, and with Halo Blades in particular,
It's literally the freest dive of all time while Callisto ult is up.
plans available isn't really gonna do it.
And Sejuani ult down.
Yeah, just said.
As we take a look, Lucid going for the flash predict there, doesn't actually get it, and then it looks like he made a big mistake, is just going to end up going down, but Aftershock crucially is still ticking.
Nah, it's his level up.
And
It's his level up that
Showmaker
saves
is
his ass.
ready. This play is just a rousing success as, oh, Kellen.
Kellen is very dead.
This is the fucking saddest Pyke game, guys. He just wanders around, not being level 6 the entire time.
And died. Because there were bad guys in the area.
Yeah, I keep going back to the Churkin flip, because if you get the shutdown on Carrier, then maybe you call that worth, but now 2.5k gold lead, getting bigger and bigger here.
Yeah, this is starting to look a little bit rough for Dplus. I like that they're still playing with gusto, though, and there hasn't been any of these big team fights that we know Nar can definitely perform in. We know that Kingen, in the past, when Kingen was someone...
Dude, the Pyke blowing flash early on hurts so much in terms of the pressure you have in lane 2. Why are we giving Callista Ashe to T1? Like, why are we doing that? Wait, why did we use all of the bans on Faker's champion pool to not pick Azir ourselves, and then we give them Ashe, Callista, Poppy? How does this this is a draft war crime, guys.
Basically just top laners on an island, as we're kind of used to. But as this goal
What did we get? We got fucking... To make this trade, we got Sejuani Pyke. That's what they traded for. This is the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals.
away from Dplus.
What a fucking garbage draft.
Zeus still having an okay time, is in fact ahead in gold. So let's see whether T1 are going to be able to survive this one. Jonah Strong preparing us for the jump scare.
Carrier doesn't have his flash, and I think that they had a suspicion, especially because aiming being that far up.
And you just gave Faker a champion he plays anyway. So what was the point? What was the point of any of this? You, like, don't take Poppy into Callista. Oh, I'm so tilted. This is the day where I get tilted by everything. It's like everything conspiring to tilt me in these games.
Just no chance. And he almost got himself out of the way, but Enchanted Crystal Arrow hitbox has been a thing for many, many, many years.
And this is one of the reasons why when the Pyke lock-in came, we're like, huh. Because Kellen, generally, you know, you have to be a Pyke guy.
Yeah.
I agree.
And
You have to be a Pyke guy.
I just don't think Kellen is a Pyke guy.
He's
I
not.
don't think so either.
You know who is an Ashe guy?
Not inspiring aside.
You know who is an Ashe guy?
Barrel. Carrier, sorry.
He does 6k damage.
Yeah, no.
Right? Mary.
Get me out. Get me out!
Team, if you can get past the front line.
Aiming. Oh, gonna have to flash.
Oh, he got hit by it, Eddie. Oh, blah. Ah, I'm throwing up in my mouth. Oh, he gets hit by it anyway. Oh.
Have to cleanse because the arrow still clips him.
Oh.
Kellen now going to be at the mercy of Carrier as well. Gumayushi catches him. Oh my goodness, just pierce rend and he's dead. And yeah, Carrier will now shut them out of their own jungle. That ward will survive at least for the moment, but this Rift Herald's not going to be so lucky as we're going to have a look at the difference in the supports. And
Dude, Dplus fucking suck, guys.
Whoa.
I don't know what to tell you. This team is terrible.
That's a difference.
Hey, Kellen has 100% kill participation there.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, no,
Close to 100% death participation as well.
Yeah, and this is what we were saying coming into the game as well. The Pyke basically is going to have to either flip the lane or find a really big impact outside of lane.
Gagel said the same thing. What, the Dplus suck? Yeah, Dplus big suck. Hey, this is terrible.
He still has his sums. Oh, sorry, Guma had to heal.
I mean, Lucid hasn't had a great game, but Showmaker and Lucid are the only two players on this team that aren't fucking bots.
Zeus will look for the Gnar, gets himself out of the way though, not wanting to dive. King and getting the respect here, and of course, Zeus doesn't really have to do anything, right? He just needs to try and keep King in here, keep him busy, because the rest of the map is on fire for Dplus. So the more he isolates this matchup...
This team is, like, legitimately super bad.
Yeah, and...
Kwangdong is a million times better than them.
Yet in this game, but he also will not die once we get to actual team fights. Yeah, because this is Lethality Varus.
Who's going to win Worlds 2024? BLG.
Took a really big hit in how effective it is dealing with these beefy targets.
Or T1, probably.
Showmaker is just going to be put in the naughty corner.
Maybe Gen G if they can figure their shit out, but that was a pretty depressing last game to watch.
He's now going to look for a back. Does have teleport, but that could almost guarantee this turret if they did want to try and take it. Helen was in the area though, and Lucid was in Fog of War, so not going to opt into it. As Faker looking to
Luke Tikelis, hey from Down Under, been loving the content. Foreplay has been great. We're back on Foreplay this week, I think, this coming week.
Now that lead creeping further and further.
And as far as individual,
And no, I do not believe in KT. I believe that they are frauds. Beryl does it again. Beryl can. It is illegal for Beryl to get away with it one more time. Do you think this version of T1 has dynasty potential? I don't know. Can they win some fucking domestic titles first? How about that? T1 stands. Can they win some fucking domestic titles? They are 1 of 4 in domestic titles. Can they win some of those before we start talking about a dynasty? Huh?
But if they can break it, Showmaker not quite able to do so.
It's really just the Gen G dynasty.
And now, Lucid looked for that opportunity.
He ulted the spell shield.
Flashes. The spell shield's still there though.
What the fuck?
Flash? Yes, it's something, I guess. Guma actually going for Edge of Night here. Wow. That is, yeah, I mean, you're a fat...
This is, like, inexcusably bad from Dplus. Like, literally, I mean, Faker's spacing is super good. Like, I don't want to take anything away from Faker. He has a pink ward. Look at his spacing. Look at his spacing. It's perfect, right? His spacing is crazy good on this Akali. But come on, man. Dude, you have eyes. You see this giant blue bubble? What? There's nobody to clear this. There's nobody in range to clear this. You literally just flash ulted for no reason. I guess you got his flash out. He tried smite ult. No, he wasn't in range to smite. I'm pretty sure he wasn't in range to smite. He's not in range to smite. He's not in range, guys. He comes into range after his ult hits the spell shield. I think there is a small range difference. I think he comes into range just too late. I think he was out of range. It looked like he was just on the edge of the range. So I don't think he was close enough to hit the smite first. He comes into range for smite, I'm pretty sure, after he hits the ult. But I don't, it's again, these risks that they're going for are just not worth it. Oh, Carry is here now. Hi.
But they do manage to take down Faker, and there's the double for Carrier as well. Zeus now.
I want you to pick me up. I said that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Max.
You didn't come.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't pick you up.
Looking for this, does find the third Q, and aiming, gonna miss another ultimate. It is, and Zeus is running real quickly. It's a 1v2! It is, and aiming's now...
I didn't get him from the bus, guys, because I was streaming to you. It's really your fault that my son is disappointed.
Though, and Zeus gonna get flashed on. There it is, the boomerang to the back of the head. That was very close to a 2-for-0 for Zeus.
Do you feel guilty, Twitch chat? You're ruining my son's childhood.
Okay, I need a moment to recover. Yeah, so it's a 5k gold lead now.
You've inflicted unspeakable trauma on my 3-year-old son.
The map didn't really end up working out. Carrier ended up hitting a double, I think. So he's going to be even more fed. Going to spend his money now, it looks like. As we can have a look at it here. Yeah, we take another look at this. They are able to kill Faker in the end, which you know they are going to be happy about.
I'm sure he'll get over it.
Knows he's already dead. Decides to tank the turret there, but unfortunately, wait, did he get a? I think Showmaker did actually end up making it out.
Yes.
Then we take another look at this play here, because
the only way to fix it is the sub. This guy gets it. Dowie it, the guy who isn't subbed.
Right, Zeus is just a normal.
Just really practice what you preach there, Dowie it.
I think here we see the lethality Varus in particular. I think just has 0 threat, and aiming and King are also not on the same page.
Yeah.
Like aiming is walking back to the wave and trying to clear, whereas King is still moving forward, and particularly against Zeus, like yes, he ends up dying.
Thank you, iBlaze.
That still is not gonna feel good for DK.
And IceBear811, I appreciate you. Telling your wife who has a newborn that I can't pick up our son, I need to go stream is a wild, bold move.
He's an archer.
Well, I need to do this to support our family because I need to watch these games anyway to do the podcasts. And also, the bus stop is literally right out the front door of the apartment building, so it's not like it's a huge deal, guys.
Of this jungle, loses down to 50% before any of this has really happened. As there's the ulti, Fate's Call going to come through here as well, as Ona will send the Gnar back to the rest of his teammates, and Kingen kind of happy with it, I guess.
Yeah, I think he might have died otherwise.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to run the risk. We do see Sum's now down on Guma, as well as the Fate's Call, but I don't think that alone will be enough to dissuade T1.
Besides, you know, sex is temporary. Gaming is forever, guys.
Oh, Arrow going to connect once again as Faker just scoops in the Pyke, who's dead mid-push over the wall.
Kingen has Mega Gnar, like, it's now or never for DK, but...
Oh no, Lucid has to Arctic Assault himself out of this. There's going to be no smite in the pit, and Kingen's Mega Gnar is running out. You can see low health bar here onto Ona, but it's still just ticking down, and Carrier is just pushing the jungler away. He's going to solo him. And now Steadfast Presence means you're not making it out of this one. Zeus going to pull the Gnar around. And Showmaker, can you be the hero is the question. Looking to get over the wall, but he's not going to get there.
Oh, the shields.
Making it out of this one. Zeus going to pull the Gnar around. And Showmaker, can you be the hero is
the shields.
Looking to get over the wall, but he's not going to
can't get the kills. Carrier just 1v1ing the enemy AD carry support Ashe, of course.
Another solo kill. He's 7-0-5.
I forgot who told it to us at some point, but there was someone that said, Carrier never gets to play Ashe. It just doesn't happen. And this was
I think everyone
way back.
Saying it
Everyone
for a really long time.
No, I know that. But I
it's
feel
perma-banned.
like
He's 7-0-5 on Ashe. He's probably richer than anybody on Dplus. No joke.
Up until this game.
But now we are very reminded. Extraordinarily reminded. No,
there's no way.
That would make it out before the Steadfast Presence comes up. Otherwise, he would have been very dead. Yeah, I reckon that vote is pretty good for this one. As Kellen just dies instantly.
Kellen's Pyke has been the worst Pyke I've seen in a while. Literally, actually, just get farmed for gold the entire game, do nothing.
Going here, please let me. And Carrier knows that Lucid will try to do so.
There is no escape from the Ashe perma slow.
And then here, I think Owner actually like sides, or he does actually get hit. I was like, I think he walked into the little alcove, and that's why he didn't get hit.
Conveniently, there was a pink ward over the wall for that last auto.
Doesn't even get that kill.
Hey, bounty goal. They're only 11,000 gold behind now. As aiming is going to cleanse, but he's still down to 50% health. Fate's Call are going to come through here as Carrier's thinking about it. Not going to work out on the owner. And he's about this next Dplus. To explode, aiming, going to die once.
Well, what an uninspiring game.
But not only is that the case in this one, but it also, the boom boom damage